Hey, good morning, Justin Madison. How you guys doing today? So we're gonna go over what is the future gonna be like on the battlefield. Okay. So we have a story today out of Zero Hedge, and it's as losses mount, Ukraine deploys a fury of BattleBots to front line. We've all watched the movies Terminator, the robot movie, I Robot, or whatever. I think this stuff is really going to be the future. I mean, it's obvious. It's so obvious. And it's going to be wild. So, how wild is it going to get? Let's start with reading and then we'll go more into it. With losses stacking up, including the sudden forfeiture of 500 square miles of territory once held in Russia's Kursk region, Ukraine's military leaders announced on Thursday that it's deploying a machine gun equipped robot to the front lines. The main task of ground robots is to reinforce our units and replace soldiers in the most dangerous areas, said the ministry. I was back in the Army and we did a lot of classes on drones. We did a lot of classes on what they were capable of, what they had already done, and the things they can do with this stuff is astonishing. Now, I can't talk about all of it, but like, oh man, you have, for example, the government paying, I don't know, it was something like for a little drones, like, tens of thousands of dollars. And then other groups within the Middle East go buy a Phantom whatever from China, $300. They'll make hundreds of these things attached just like a mortar shell, drop it, destroy a whole ammo depot. It's insane. They literally would have to get together like hundreds of guys and have a full frontal assault to go take out this thing, or some super ninja assassin sneak in there. But this stuff is big, and the Ukrainians are using them like crazy. They have whole quadricopter drone companies, and these guys, they just go out and they hide in a bunker and then pilot these things around the field. Extremely effective. So this type of stuff it's going to change warfare like completely. There's still, this is not even like remotely in use yet. This stuff we haven't seen a Lockheed Martin equivalent of a company that produces all this stuff. I mean, sure, there's DARPA and Lockheed Martin. They do make some stuff, but there's going to be like, think of a company like Tesla doing the robots and what they can do now, but like that's their thing, but it's for war. And I mean, it's going to change the world. It's going to change the world, and it's so much more politically palatable for whatever politician in your country, and they will be able to build up all these robots, and it's, hey, your sons and daughters, they don't have to go to war. It's, no one is gonna die here. It's war is now safe. And then I mean, for other countries that don't have these things, could get massacred. I mean, it would be insane. And there's going to be no human sympathies. You're going to have people in control rooms, a commander or a colonel with, maybe 30, 50 people all running these, armies of robots. And they're going to end up taking out whole, villages or whatever. So, anyway, this type of stuff, there's really, it's gonna happen. It's like, I could talk about this one thing for hours, but what on earth do you do? Like, I mean, how's it gonna affect us? So in some ways, yeah, I guess you could say, if you're in a first world country that has these things, maybe there's a like somewhat chance you're less likely to have to go to war or get drafted or something like that. But I mean, you're going to have to also deal with these things. The techniques that are having to be developed right now to be able to understand these things in, just different types of combat. There's a lot of, I think it was there was an Army War College paper that came out a couple of years ago talking about how, just the casualty rates are going to skyrocket, and that you're going to have to stop micromanaging your soldiers. It's a huge problem right now in the military. The micromanagement is way out of hand, and you're just gonna have to let guys go out and not talk to them, and so it's gonna be a lot of like, you know, kind of like demo guys or guys who do sabotage work. They're gonna go out and they're gonna have to learn how to evade all this stuff if they're even needed. So, but what can we do? I would say it's one of the simplest things to start off with is learning the stuff on the market now. Get familiar with it. Not just not to do anything with it, just to understand how it works. I'm not saying like do anything crazy at all. Do not try to use these things as weapons. Do not try to outfit them in any way. There's like licensing to the FAA, but like just toy drones, just play with them and drive them around, fly them around, and just realize how powerful they are. Just putting a camera on one alone is insane. Like, if you have which will have them, a totally quiet drone that can fly around and scout out a whole area for you. And you don't need a UAV, you don't need, satellite imagery. You are your own UAV satellite imagery, and you can have it patrol for you when you're on some type of like camp or something. This stuff is it's gonna change things up. And so, if you're wanting to get ahead of kind of the curve, I would start playing with this stuff just to understand it and try and make sense, heads or tails of it, and like think about if I was being tracked by one of these things, maybe you could play hide and seek with a friend with one, try and maneuver through the woods or whatever, and not get detected by one of these things. Very tough. This is gonna be the future. So tell me what you guys think. Where do you think this is gonna go? What's kind of like the key things to think about? RF jamming, I've seen that stuff before. Some type of thermal image cloaking, all this stuff. Lot to think about here, and it's gonna touch us. It's gonna affect us all. So that's all for today. Thank you, Justin Madison.